collective. My messages are timeless, so when you see them is when you're meant to hear them. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Also, please don't forget to hit the post notification bell so you can get alerts when my videos are posted. If you're new to my platform, welcome. Please hit that subscription button. It would totally mean the world to me. So the first thing that we're going to do is Surah Al-Fatiha, and that comes from the Quran. And it says, in the name of Allah, the most compassionate, most merciful, all praises for Allah, Lord of all worlds, the most compassionate, most merciful, Master of the day of judgment. You alone we worship and you alone we ask for help. Guide us along the straight path, the path of those you have blessed, not those you are displeased with or who are astray. And then we're going to go to Psalms 91. And Psalms 91 says, whoever dwells in the shelter of the Most High will rest in the shadow of the Almighty. I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress, my God in whom I trust. Surely He will save you from the fowler's snare and from the deadly pestilence. He will cover you with His feathers, and under His wings you will find refuge. His faithfulness will be your shield and rapport. You will not fear the terror of the night, nor the arrow that flies by day, nor the pestilence that stalks in the darkness, nor the plague that destroys at midday. 1,000 may fall at your side, 10,000 at your right hand, but it will not come near you. You will only observe with your eyes and see the punishment of the wicked. If you say, the Lord is my refuge, and you make the Most High your dwelling, no harm will overtake you, no disaster will come near your tent. For He will command His angels concerning you, to guard you in all your ways. They will lift you up in their hands, so that you will not strike your foot against a stone. You will tread on the lion and the cobra. You will trample the great lion and the serpent. Because He loves me, says the Lord, I will rescue Him. I will protect Him, for He acknowledges my name. He will call on me, and I will answer Him. I will be with him in trouble. I will deliver him and honor him with long life. I will satisfy him and show him my salvation. All right. Good morning, everyone. Welcome. Rich Rising, Wealthiest Risings, Bismillah, whatever y'all want to say. All right. So, or however you like to say it. I have a couple things that I'd like for y'all to. The World by the 12 Seers is consistent with 24 facts about the 12 Seers and the Gikuyu tribe, showing y'all that Disney picked the wrong African clan to mess with when they stole from the secrets of the tribal temple to create their Black Panther and Wakanda franchise. The Anjiru clan leaders have authorized the usage of the sacred Kikuyu magic to publicly punish and condemn Disney and Marvel Studios for their criminal indigenous behavior. Fact number 19, the word angel would not exist if it were not for the Anjiru clan, because Anjiru is the true African origin of the word angel. Basic linguistics will help you understand this. You simply need to know that the letters R and L are interchangeable. So now you see the word Anjiru is also expressed as the word Angilu. Etymologyonline.com says the word angel comes from the late Latin angelus. Now, of course, we know that those ancient white folks would always put the letter S sound at the end of these words when they were trying to learn our languages, because we were the ones teaching them, And so we just take that S off and we see angelu right there, and from the Greek angelo, literally meaning messenger or one that announces. So now let's match up the cultural behaviors of the Anjiru to see if it matches. So let's go to your favorite book for a second. 1 Samuel chapter 9, verse 9. Before time in Israel, when a man went to inquire of God, thus he spake, come, let us go to the seer, for he that is now called a prophet was before time called a seer. So here you have people, when they want a message from God, they're going to the seer. Now let's hear directly from the seers about what they say their ultimate role as a seer is on earth. In the astronomy chapter, in the Secrets of the Holy Mountain, they're talking about the 50-year Jubilee, where criminals and menaces to society would be forgiven and welcomed back into the community. This coincided with the movement of the Sirius A and Sirius B star. So they say the pardonableness in the Jubilee requires sharing of food together with debtors and convicts, and finally was the observation of special rituals to cleanse the occasion. The cleansing ceremony was performed by both Matuda
elders, the former attached to divine matters and the latter to judicial affairs. The role of a seer ends at giving the date. One who announces. So besides walking through walls, teleporting, moving objects with their minds, the seers is like, yo, I'm just here to let y'all know what time it is. I'm just here to announce the date. So, the job description declared to us the modern world by the 12 seers is consistent with the known etymology of the word angel, one that announces. So, I'm going to leave y'all with this. In the Kikuyu language, the word Anjiru means black people, so that means the word angel really means black people. And the 12 seers sit in that hierarchy of angels that you've been reading about, and we got angels right here on earth right now. So, this is part.
So, right now, it's a lot of stuff that is colliding is the word I'm going to use. Our message for today is not all money is good money. You can be both spiritual and strategic. I got a couple more things that I'm going to let y'all listen to, but one of the things that I was listening to is, I think this man's name is the book is called The Book of Melchizedek. All right. So apparently, if you Google Melchizedek, Melchizedek just appears, disappears, doesn't have an origin, but yet has a lot of information. So the thing that I was listening to that made a whole lot more sense now is the fact that why Cain and Abel's story is Cain and Abel's story. The G Dude, hi, welcome, thank you for being here. It actually explains a lot more. Like, Cain was actually married before he gave that sacrifice. It also talks about why Cain's sacrifice wasn't accepted. Mind you, the reason why he gives Cain's offering wasn't acceptable is the very reason that I had already thought, because it wasn't a blood offering. But anyway, this is the thing. Remember when we talked about the tablets, the scroll, the tablets that was given to Moses, in order for the priest to be able to continue out the covenants. And I told you they were very, very strict. Aaron's sons died. Two of Aaron's sons died right in the middle of a ceremony for doing something out of covenant that they should not have done. So in the process, as Cain, which was labeled as a priest because that is the line, Cain and Abel both would have been priests going forward. So Abel dies because Cain kills him because of the fact that he was jealous, is what it says. Basically, still giving the same connotation, but the fact of the matter is he was trying to create a new way to do things when God had already given the right way to do the thing. So that was something that I was listening to. Then the other thing was because he was trying to present fruits and other stuff, and mind you, it was over the fact that he was supposed to bring a lamb, the same covenant, the same everything that was supposed to be carried out now. Mind you, the thing was, remember who your biggest op is? An angel that was jealous of mankind. So there's also something in the text that, and not in this text, but in a different text, that goes on to talk about how there was another human that did the exact same things that Jesus did. Mind you, I'm going to just tell y'all right now, the Catholic Church. So just know that the reason why certain texts were left out, the Catholic Church, which I got some other information yesterday that was being given because the sky is falling, apparently. And that means on everything. Everybody's what they back in the day my grandma would say, your slip is showing. Everybody's slips are showing, or everybody's slips are being pulled out. Because even yesterday, a statement that was given by the wife of the person, the curtain went up, signifying it looked like the veil is up. And since the veil is up, everybody's trying to align themselves in ways. But meanwhile, the sky is falling. So let me see if I can find this thing that was given yesterday.
So the new speeches and white papers are out from the BIS. Turns out the governing director of the Central Bank of France and Germany have both blatantly announced that they are terrified and have lost control, which is amazing for us. The ECB is an open panic. The FSB is an open panic. The Foreign Investment Board of the Federal Reserve is currently bifurcated down the middle on arguances on foreign investiture. The Exim Bank is rerouting for our interests. All new trade contracts are going into effect bilaterally. You can go read the trade report. New businesses are prospering via the census data, but it gets even better because the Hudson's Bay Company has finally gone defunct after hundreds of years of soft power influence. The Lloyd's of London is collapsing. Even the Vatican and the Holy See are liquidating their holdings in London, among several other core centers. So it really is just a phenomenal time to be alive. I remain concerned about the merger between the DTCC's regulatory body, which goes through the SEC, and the Futures Commission, and that joint AI database. I am very concerned about that. But I think it's pretty safe to say that the old world order under European governance is dead. Miss Ursula should receive her golden parachute anytime, and the European Parliament is an open collapse. Several countries are moving towards their own alliances, be it trade or military. The French general has blatantly announced that any status of force agreements or trade route agreements or multilaterals that are not NATO cannot compel us to do anything, which means we could wipe a whole bunch of them fucking things off. Welcome to the game.
Welcome to the game. And the Game of Thrones. Because I've been telling y'all this the whole entire time. Everything that's moving around, everything that's changing, and it looks like control is being put back in God's hands because the truth is being told in such a way that it is exposing. And you know, when these people's money start getting touched, it becomes an issue. So then there is a text apparently, and I'm still looking, but that I came across. This person, oh, and it has music in it, so I can't play it. But if you look on my repost, anyway, long story short, it talks about the times when Jesus disappeared and why Jesus disappeared. So apparently, Jesus at a young age dropped somebody on their back. Mind you, a child, they said, bumped him, and then he said, "You shall go no further." Release him. All of a sudden, the world started shaking, and everybody in that area said, "Oh no, this nigga ain't right. He can't be here." Now, we can lend that and say that, children do things. Or we can say that when evil is continually being done, it's an issue. So he had to go away for training. And I'm going to just leave it at that because I ain't got nothing to say. Other than the fact that there was another person that was around at the same time doing exactly the same things that Jesus was doing. And the Catholic Church chose who was going to catch the spotlight. Mind you, the text from the covenant previously, they called the Old Testament and then the New Testament. In the Old Testament, God said, this is what's going to happen from this point until the next point. You shall not break this covenant, period. End of story. I don't care what your mama told you, what your daddy told you, what your granddaddy told you. I'm the one. Before, after, and in the middle. And then it states in a text that these people said y'all didn't need to know about, that Jesus on the Sabbath brought some doves back alive. And if it's a lie, who knows? Because we don't have the truth, and these people been lying to us the whole time. So the Son of God that they said came in placement, the Son, the Father, the Holy Spirit, started breaking the rules that they daddy so-called sent. And again, I ain't saying nothing. I'm just telling you there's more text. Mind you, something that I didn't hear in the beginning explanation was that God said there will be more exposure, more text, more books, endless books. But the Catholic Church said, y'all don't get none. Throwing rocks and hiding their hands. Remember, I said, ain't these people the same as these people? Remember, I told you that a man got upset because he couldn't get a divorce the way he wanted to because the church told him no. So then he decided to do this, and this is where the separation came from. But mind you, same folks, same people, same history. They just rebranded. And mind you, if anything still happens of major anything on earth, these niggas are still the same ones that show up to make sure what the narrative is. So just know that. And you cannot like me for telling you, but not like your mama for not explaining it to you properly. Or not like God for saying, what it was. Or not like them for determining what you should or should not know. But I should be the last person that you don't like. But you can not if you, be mad at me. I'll take it. So long story short, in Genesis, we're gonna go here. Melchizedek, the king of Sodom, offers Abraham riches as a reward. So it's Genesis 14, 21 and 24. Abraham refuses because the title of y'all message today is not all money is good money. You can be both spiritual and strategic because God is the beginning, the end, and the middle. And for all intents purposes, we live here. The man said, welcome to the game. Do with that information what you will. So Abraham refuses. The king of Sodom offers Abraham riches as a reward. And Abraham said, fuck out of here. I will not take anything. So you can never say you made Abraham rich. Why this matters? Abraham gives credit to God and God alone. He refuses to be spiritually or financially tied to corrupt systems. Everybody's pathway is the pathway. And you have to, pick and choose how you want to do it, which way you want to go. God can give you victory with what you already have. Not every blessing, money, opportunity should be accepted. Honor God first. You can be both spiritual and strategic. Mind you, spiritual is what they were. But people will tell you, that's a sin before God. Meanwhile, while they're committing sin before God, meanwhile, while trying to complete a narrative or pitch a narrative to you that is ungodly. Because the covenant and the conversation was about you and God. Then we can go back into the other text. And I know y'all was, not probably on the line of, and I'm gonna say something else, and you can take it however you want to, because at this point, my journey's my journey, and I'm gonna figure it out for what I want to figure it out. I told y'all, um, Israel was not a place; it was a people, right? The children of Israel is tied to Jacob. Also, I sat here and I told y'all about God being on a mountain, and I still haven't figured out all the way what it's tied to, because it's being given bits and pieces, bits and pieces. Yeshua isn't a person, it's a mountain. So, for all intents purposes, I know some people going to be mad at me for that. Do with the information what you will. It's in a text. And I literally heard it, and then they started going over some other stuff, and then Yeshua turned into a person. But Yeshua is a place, just in case y'all don't know. So Melchizedek is very important in this system. Why? Because he just showed up out of nowhere. But he has no record, no beginning, no end. He is both king and priest. But mind you, Adam's line was the priesthood. Melchizedek is there, not from their line, but he's also a priest. Now, also, I was wondering why certain individuals don't get talked about at all. It's like the prayer of Jabez. Jabez got spoken about one time. Melchizedek probably many more times, because for some reason I started doing something else after that. But oh, that you would bless me indeed and enlarge my territory, that your hand would be with me, and that you would keep me from evil, so I may not cause pain. And God granted him what he wanted. So you use that prayer, mind you, because it's already there and it's already given. It's prayers given for any and everything. But for the most part, they take them and they hide them from you because they don't want you knowing about them. Isn't that something? So then I was listening to, I don't know where my charger is. I was listening to something popped up out of nowhere. The Emerald Tablets. And why the Emerald Tablets are important, because it also gave you a key. And so it's people that explain everything. And remember, I told you before, like, we have to be careful, because the narrator is important. The narrators keep putting themselves inside of, the conversation. And you're supposed to just give what God is giving you. But instead, it's almost like somebody finding your diary 100 years from now, and they starting to read it, and then they start to say, prophet such and such, whoever you are, or prophetess such and such, whoever you are, and they take it as biblical scripture, although some things in it are exact, because you'll be talking about, the history and how things happened, and what's going on in the world. But you'll also be saying, I feel a certain type of way in the process. And so that's where some of the issues come in at, because um people's feelings are also being associated with God's word, because I can hear it when the people start to say something, or the way they narrate it is the way I hear it. So let's see if this comes up. Tablet 2. Let's see what's on this. List ye, O man, to the words of my wisdom. List in the voice of Thoth and Atlantean. Conquered have I the law of time and space. Knowledge I have gained for the future of time. Know I that man is I that man in his movement through, it says through S Oh, I don't know why they write like this. Instead of them taking the whole thing to the other side, they put this and then that. But it says space time shall ever be one with all. Know ye, old man, that all of the future is an open book to him who can read. All effects shall bring forth its causes. As all effects grew from the first cause, know ye the future is not fixed or stable, but varies as cause bring forth an effect. So the law of cause and effect. Hi, Gabriel. Hi, Gabriel. Welcome, good morning. Um, look in the cause that thou shalt bring into being, and surely thou shalt see that all is effect. So, old man, be sure the effect that ye bring forth are ever causes of more perfect effects. Know ye the future is never in fixation, but follows man's free will as it moves through the movements of time, space towards the goal where a new time begins. Man can only read the future through the causes that bring the effects. Seek ye the causation, and surely ye shall find the effects. List ye, O man, while I speak of the future, speak of the effect that follow the causes. Know ye that man is in his journey lightward, lightward, is ever seeking escape from the night that surrounds him, like the shadow that surround the stars in the skies, and like the stars in the sky space, he too shall shine from the shadows of night. Ever in his destiny shall lead him onward until he is one with the light. Though his way lies midst the shadows, ever before him glows the great light. Dark though the way be shall be, yet shall he conquer the shadows that flow around him like night. Far in the future I see man as light born, free from darkness that fetters, fetters, fetters the soul, living in light without the bonds of the darkness. Um, the bonds of the darkness to cover the light that is the light of their soul. Know ye, O man, before ye attain this, that many the dark shadows shall fall on your light, surviving the quench with the shadows of darkness, the light of the soul that strives to be free. Great is the struggle between light and darkness, age old and yet ever new. Yet now in the time, far in the future, light shall be all and darkness shall fall. Light shall be all and darkness shall fall. Take it how it resonates. List ye, old man, to my words of wisdom. Prepare, and ye shall not bind your light. Man has risen, and man has fallen as ever new. Waves of consequences flow from the great abyss below us towards the sun of their goal. I was listening to one of the things somebody was translating. It was basically saying, "As above, so below." The light, the stars, the darkness, everything. But mind you, it was a alchemical process. It was P, just in case y'all don't know. Um, take it how it resonates, because I got a whole nother conversation for that. Ye, my child, has have risen from a state that was little above the beast. Until now, of all, and mind you, remember that when God created the heavens and the earth, the as above, so below, the abyss is where the angels, the fallen angels, got sent to. Mind you, in the Melchizedek, it talks about the beginning and how the animosity started, and that God already knew that it was already existing. Like, it wasn't new. You know how they just skim over certain things, and this is why I say that y'all need to. We all have to complete the process, not just saying, oh, as you're teaching your children, don't just be outside fornicating. No, you can't fornicate because it's spiritual. It's spirits attached to this. And on top of that, whatever's happening here is also happening there. So just know that whatever we're dealing with, the spiritual realm is dealing with too, and it's a battle. Mind you, it already said God won. So I don't know why people still choosing which side they want to play on. Because to me, I already know the winning team. So why people are thinking they're going to get away with something? We already know the winning team. Whether or not you think that it's, I'm going to be able to go under the system, we already know the winning team. I don't care how heavy these people got their foot in this system. We already know the winning team. And I keep trying to tell y'all that you can even see it based off the fact that everything they have done, from the food, from the knowledge, information, from everything they have done, and we still got here to the enlightenment era, to the era that says truth shall set you free, and people out here telling the truth in the midst of they got a whole lie planned out to tell you, because this is what's written on the paper. It's already programmed. So they got a whole lie that they get up here and tell you, and then they still be telling you the truth. They didn't even mean to. Mind you, God already said that's the way it was going to be. It was already going to unfold the way it needed to be unfolded. Ye, my children, have risen from a state that was little above the beast. Until now, of all men, ye are greatest. Yet before thee were others greater than thee. Y'all don't hear how God be talking about us? Like literally how everybody, it's like everybody knows it but us. The people that come before it, because this is like a prophecy. Things that were already foretold. Abby Grace, welcome. Love you. Thank you for being here. Everything that was already foretold. And mind you, we just walking around here in a state of, oh, woe is me. Just start praying and know that the faster everybody gets in onto the collective consciousness, knowing that we don't like what they doing because they messing up the system, it's going to unfold faster. And yeah, it is kind of messed up, all the things they're doing. But guess what? Do you not see that how fast they being brought to their knees too? They're being exposed in so many different ways. Yet before thee were others greater than thee. Yet tell I thee, as before thee others have fallen. So also ye come to an end. So this is also the other thing, because as above, so below. The people that think they big enough to keep doing stuff, it says y'all think y'all big enough, but it was people that was before y'all that was also bigger, and we brought them down to their neck too. We don't miss around this piece. I don't care how big you think you are. The bigger they are, the harder they fall. As above, so below. So what I can say for one, I can also say for the other. Same conversation, just put yourself in whatever shoes you desire. Either way, your mama. I'm gonna just put you on timeout because I feel like you should know who gave me permission to be here. I didn't need yours though, I can tell you that. Look at this, watch this. Boom, just like that. Silenced. Go on and get. Or you can stay, but God gave me permission. And so did your mama. Nigga. Anyway, back to the mission. Because we handle shit and then we get back to the mission. We don't let y'all come around here and play with us. Yet tell I thee, as before thee, others have fallen. Like that nigga. So, as also shall ye come to an end. And upon the land where ye dwell now, barbarians shall dwell, and in turn rise to life. Forgotten shall be the ancient wisdom, yet ever shall live through hidden from men. In the land thou callest Clem. Clem is we got Chem. Oh, Chem, Khem. Chem. Races shall rise and races shall fall. Forgotten shall thou be of the children of men. Yet thou shalt have moved to a star space beyond this leaving, behind this place where thou shalt dwell. The soul of man moves ever onward, bound not by any one star, but ever moving to the great goal before him, where he is dissolved in the light of all. Know ye that ye yea shall ever go onward, moving by the law of cause and effect, until in the end both become one. Amen. After ye have gone, others shall move in the places ye live. Knowledge and wisdom shall all be forgotten, and only a memory of gods shall survive. As I to thee am a God by my knowledge, so ye too shall be gods of the future, because of your knowledge, far above theirs. Yet know ye that all through the ages man shall have access to law when he will. When he will. Ages to come shall see revival of wisdom to those who shall inherit thy place on this star. They shall in turn come into wisdom and learn to banish the darkness by light. Mind you, and I'm gonna just say this because this is another thing. Again, remember I said whoever is narrating, but this ain't even what I was looking for. I wanted to know what was actually on the on the tablets because that was the thing that I was listening to this morning. Anyway, I think this is just the PDF of the book, and it's probably somewhere. Oh, it says that was the tablet, but I wanted the shortened down version. Um, anyway, read it for yourself because it's a question. It's like a riddle, basically, right? Is what I was listening to. But it talks about as above, so below. Mind you, if we are the people who we look at patterns, right? Or pattern recognition, as above, so below is in the system. Hands down. It's in this part, this part, this part. So just like I said, there's still truth in a lie. So with through all the lies they have told, we can almost take this one to the bank, as above, so below. God said it in the beginning, and it has transferred over into many numerous texts, right? Because at this point, I don't care who talking, and neither should y'all. Listen for the patterns. Listen for the truth. Listen for the thing that activates your body. Because again, not all money is good money. And you can be both spiritual and strategic because we can keep our eyes on these niggas while also, keeping our eyes on these niggas. So we're gonna go over here and we're gonna put this here. Mind you, I was on a good little flow, let me tell you, because everything seemed like everything's clicking on all cylinders today. And so I like that when everything is moving at the same space. Everybody, how are you feeling today? Did you check in with your star player? Did you do your affirmations? Did you, check on you? So I don't chase every opportunity. I choose alignment. Yes and yes and yes. I don't chase every opportunity. I choose alignment. I have the wisdom to discern what's for me and what's not for me. So I'm gonna just tell y'all right now, this is basically an opportunity on the rise. So just so you know, when that came about, all it gave me was something is about to happen. An opportunity that maybe you are waiting for, been thinking about something that you want. And as I told y'all before, when the right thing is on the way, so is the wrong thing. Because as above, so below. Actively, there is a spiritual reference here because of the fact that somebody may want you to follow this, and you may also know that. Listen with discernment. Don't just say no to something, but also don't just say yes to something also. Because on one hand, it's the message that if it sounds too good to be true, it most likely is. Because you have to think the wrong thing is just looking to take your dot off of the page, off of the map. The right thing is going to further you into whatever it is you and God have. Puffy, welcome. Hi, thank you for being here. So we have to be mindful of that. So an opportunity is here. Mind you, I don't know what that smell is, but literally something has been like all day. And mind you, it's not nothing that I have around here because I know what my house smells like. And it keeps being a different smell. Like it just, I don't know. Anyway, so whatever that is. And then it was funny because today I got shown something else. Like literally the smell came and I happened to be on the phone, but this was a different smell than the one I'm smelling now. A smell came. I realized the smell when I flipped my phone. It was somebody that was creating smells before, which was weird because I see this person and I see that they're growing into their own person, and I like that. And so I don't know why I got the smell before the person, but it was almost like, I don't know, maybe it wanted me to recognize that this smell is attached to this particular individual or something. I don't know, but I thought that was pretty strange too, because um that person had stopped throwing me smells at one point in time. So that's the thing that's happening again. Anyway, kudos to them, because I like everybody, seeing everybody do their own thing separately. Like, everybody's doing whatever they're doing. So I'm definitely you know, watching, okay? Because I don't know, like I said, apparently I'm the overseer around this piece. Who knew? Anyway, I am both spiritual and strategic. I move with faith, but I also move with wisdom. It's the thing where I told y'all before. Knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. All right, here that go again. So it's giving 5%er again. Knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. I think it's numbers. Knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. It is all right, knowledge, wisdom, understanding. And then that's how it's like divine mathematics. That is a 5%er. Those are, it's I want to say it correctly, because I think they study Muslim for all intents purposes, but it is I don't want to say nation, because that's another thing. So Nation of Islam, and are they all these people? They're all different. Let me see. Are the Nation of Islam, 5%ers, and because I know they are Muslim, but I don't know what the difference is. So Muslims mainstream Islam. So followers of Islam believe in one God, Allah, only. They follow the Quran, follow teachings of Muhammad, and it says as the final prophet, core belief, pure monotheism, no partners, no division of God. Then it says, O Jihad, Nation of Islam, was founded in 1930 by Wallace Fard Muhammad, later led by Elijah Muhammad. Beliefs are very different from mainstream Islam. Teaches that Fard Muhammad was a divine figure, not accepted in Islam. Focuses heavily on black empowerment and identity. Oh, has unique teachings about race, history, and God. Mainstream Muslims generally do not consider NOI Orthodox Islam. 5%ers, Nation of God and Earth. I think this is what my cousins in New Jersey are. Broke off from the Nation of Islam in the 1960s, founded by Clarence 13 Acts. Core ideas teach that black men are God. Use systems like supreme mathematics and supreme alphabet. Do not follow traditional Islamic practices like prayer, fasting in the same way. They are more cultural, spiritual movement than a religious and traditional sense. Okay, so Muslims, one unseen God, one, the Quran, global religion, Nation of Islam, unique teachings including includes Farad Muhammad. Why? Okay, so mind you, I ain't even mad at that. Why? Because, like I said, to me, I know that there will be more people. As long as we're on earth, God is going to use whoever is going to listen. And so that's why I said that teaching, you know what I mean, really wasn't like, I know why God sent me there, the structure, this and the third, to learn, but also why God, why you send me over there. Like, you know what I'm saying? We looking at other stuff, even the stuff that I said about, the Jews and this and the third. Like, God, why you sent me over there? Although I know God, why God sent me over there, because it's like the history, the background, the lessons that you have to learn. But it's certain things that each one of these people, like them ones that be over there talking about they don't like black people, first and foremost, they are the original Jews. Like, that you wasn't even able to be here. Like, you wasn't even here. So why would you hate the creation? And again, I ain't having no conversation with nobody about no religion or nothing, but certain things like don't make sense to me when I be hearing it. So I can't, like, I can't rock with that. You can be here because God, allowed you to be here, but I ain't got nothing to say other than the fact that you're gonna have to get somebody else to do it. Cause I'm not gonna sit here and act like God ain't teaching me better than that. Also, it's the hate keys to me, because if you get out here like hating on people, I can't rock with that, because I know the collective, everybody's important. So I get it. All right, so let's see. Malo. Muslim follows the traditional Islam. Nation of Islam is a separate movement inspired by. Anyway, so let's go back up here. It says why people confuse them. Oh, because why people confuse them. They use similar terms, Allah, which means God. So it shouldn't even make any difference. Islam, they have shared historical connections. So does everybody. They all speak on identity, discipline, and truth, but define those differently. Okay, I get it. I like it. All right, so that would make sense. It's like the Christian people saying that they're Baptist and uh Protestant or whatever. Everybody, y'all be confusing the crap out of me, because that's the other thing. Like, if you Christian, it should just be like, we just Christian out here. Like that is a confusion all on its own, and that's why I don't like it. Like, it seems to be it's always some type of animosity and confusion being mixed up in the group. And I don't like that, because that's weird to me. Like, why is we beefing if we all said that God was God beforehand? Like, we shouldn't even be arguing over the matter of nothing, the people, if we know that God is God beforehand. But this is also the thing, because something is off with the human mind when, if we know that God is the king and God should be the focus, why is it that y'all will ride or die for the book, but y'all will not ride or die for the actual, for God? Y'all all talking about the same people. Like, we did all came to the conclusion. Like, Hindu, that's why I love them the most. I love y'all all, but the Hindu people, they like everybody coming in. And that was always the thing. So, learning the people and learning, every what everybody doing. I love that for me, but also I love the fact that I'm a collective, individual. I love what God made. I love what God love. And what God love is the truth. And this the truth. So I love what God love. It don't matter what color, what creed, what background, what ethnicity, like none of that. I love what God love. And so then it goes into okay, so knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Because what I was just discussing was over here, no amount of money can distract me from my assignment. Because if somebody comes along and they tell you, Abby, I don't know you because I ain't never met you, but you ride for me every morning, right? So in my mind, I feel like if somebody came along and they said, Abby, I'm gonna give you $1 billion, do good with it, right? I got a feeling that you would do the right things with it. Nobody can come along and then after that, in the process, they say, we gave you $1 billion, so now I need you to go over here and knock off these folks. I believe you're going to be saying, not, no, thank you. I'm not supposed to do that. Not unless it's some people that, I ain't going to say that. Because that's how it all starts. Let me not. Because that's how it all starts. Because in our minds, like I said about the people that's over there doing that stuff, in my mind, I'll be thinking, like, you can't love God. The world would be a better place if you was not here. And for all intents purposes, it probably would, right? But I don't get to make that determination. It's like, for all intents purposes, somebody asked me one day, if the purge happens, you're not going to be outside with the people? No. Because to me, this is something that they're doing. This is something that they put into the system. And now they're making a determination of who can be here and who can't. So I don't want to participate with that. So, no. But if you come through the door of where I reside trying to do something to me, that's a different scenario. Because I'm not going to let you kill me because number one rule of Earth School is don't die. No, I'm going to be at the house with God. Period. I'm going to be trying to make sure that, I'm good. Please don't come near me, nobody, because at this point, when stuff like that starts to happen, like, I just don't want nobody to be near me. I'm going to just be by myself. Why? Because people just not trustworthy. Somebody will put a bounty on your ass and you don't know who it is. And sometimes it be your own damn people. Like, cause look at Jesus. Just like they saying, for all intents purposes, and even if the stuff that they hid signifies to me something else, like, the nigga out here putting people on their back. The nigga said, "You shall not go no further." And then you also corrupting what God said. So to me, you look like an op. But mind you, at this point, we can't trust nobody because guess what? You can't trust nobody but God because even the angels that had access got upset and was mad because we existed. Because God breathed life into dirt. Like, they be talking bad about us too, just so y'all know. And some of them texts, they be literally like, calling us dust. That is crazy. Abby said right. No amount of money can distract me from my assignment. No offer can outweigh my obedience. But let me tell y'all something. All y'all people that's out here thinking that you wouldn't do something, that's going to be the only way to know if you do something. So God got to drop $1 billion on you real quick. Because it's easy to say you wouldn't do something when you ain't got it anyway. It's easy to be a good person when you ain't got nothing, you ain't got a dog in the fight anyway. So it's like you've been stripped, you've been stripped, you've been stripped. But in order for us to know if you're a really good person, I gotta give you $1 billion. Because that's gonna determine where you are mentally, physically, spiritually. Like, the system that held you down long enough. And in order for anybody to know if you are a real righteous individual, God got drop $1 million on you. God got dropped so much money on you to now you can do anything you want. Because that's going to be the only way to determine if you're a good person. Because anybody can be a good person when you ain't got the means to do it anyway. It's what you do when you have access to everything that's going to determine this situation. Why give me Florida when she was in the thing? Damn. If it wasn't for the meddling ass kids, then kind of the system would have worked. But now I gotta figure out another way to get you. Because remember, your biggest op is an angel. And period. Abby said, drop it on me, God. And period. Open up the windows of heaven and pour out a blessing that we know only comes from you, Lord. But literally, that's gonna be another test. In case y'all didn't know. Because it's easy for you to say no when you ain't got it to do. Like, a lot of people don't even realize that being financially not able to do things keep you out of a lot of mess. Just think about it. Think about a lot of the stuff that a lot of people get into. Will you still say no to, going to Timbuktu if, like, it's a boys trip, girls trip, whoever you are. Would you still say no if you were able to do it? You might be right in the midst of some BS if you had the means to do it. And it's people, they'll say, oh, well, I got the means to do it. No, not your little means. Like the means that these niggas are sitting on. Because people be thinking that they got it, but you ain't got it. Like the people that can basically pick up the phone and make some shit shake, clear across country means. Them type of means. You may got the means to call room service and move something. You may even got the means to call a store or something and get something shaken. But what about when you got the means to call, I got homeboys over here? Y'all got them type of means that can make something shake over here. Like, you know what I'm saying? If I start saying God, like I got them type of means because I call God, get them. Get them and get them quickly, please. Because they getting on my nerves. And you see how they getting on everybody else's nerves. So we got the provisions, but do you know how to tap into them? Them type of means. All right. What is not ordained for me will not prosper in my hands. Because I don't want what's not meant for me. It's like what I said about the people that keep coming along. Somebody keep trying to edge me into. Like, I don't want what's not meant for me. I don't want nobody to have to coax me into being something that I am not. The people, the places, the situations, the scenarios is going to love me at my core, which is going to make me decide to be whatever it is that God wishes me to be. Something different. It's the alchemical effect. Little do people know. It's what can create a change just energetically. That's a change. It's like when I said, if you call yourself a healer, heal yourself. Because I ain't going to believe it until, how you gonna heal me if you out here doing the most ungodliest things? Y'all, we can see it says, what does it profit a man? What does it profit a man to gain the whole world and lose his soul? Y'all can clearly see what is happening with some of these people. A person can tell you they can upgrade you, but meanwhile they can't even upgrade themselves. People be out here thinking that just because they balling, in a certain type of way, that they are spiritually wise. No, you don't profit nothing. Why? Because all you doing, you think that money is profiting something. Meanwhile, you spiritually neglect, spiritually bankrupt. This is why you out here jumping from this soul to this soul to this soul, looking to who you can devour. Because you're wicked for real on the inside. She said that part. Show me your fruit. And y'all got to stop looking past, well-dressed bums. Stop looking at that. Because your eyes is going to be the first thing that deceive you. Mind you, ain't got no good in them at all, period. I told you about the lady, the one that the everybody was trying to tell her not to go through the door because she was about to get sacrificed. It's niggas waiting behind the door to put you in a ditch. Meanwhile, guess what the man doing? Giving her cash, feeding her money. Money that you not, like, you gonna get the money at the door, but when you come through the door, the money's going back into his pocket because you're about to be up out of here, sis. You gotta watch what you do. You gotta watch who you place your faith and your trust in. And mind you, people are easily deceptive. It's the thing, like, I want that. Mind you, some people be wanting some shit that they know they shouldn't even be in the presence of. Mind you, it's a lady right now, and she's going viral on TikTok. She said that we need to stop. We need to start realizing that, because she was talking about the men, and I ain't even talking judging the men, because at this point, that's another thing. The sun, moon, and the stars, another alchemical transformation, because the men are the sun, the women are the moon, the children are the stars. When you put a sun and a moon together, it creates stars. It turns into a whole nother blessing, right? So the same pattern throughout history, throughout time, throughout life. It is, can you put this with this and create this? That's it. And so, good morning, Angelo. Hi, welcome. So, can you put this with this? And if you put this with this and it don't create nothing other than a bunch of snotty nose ass kids and nothing else, I don't know what to tell you because maybe that might have been your only purpose, but if we going to battle this, that, and the third in front of the kids, we raising more trauma. So I ain't got nothing to say, but do with that information what you will as well. Um, no amount of money can distract me from my assignment. No offer can outweigh my obedience. What is not ordained for me will not prosper in my hands. What is for me will come with peace, clarity, and authority. And that's on period. It ain't gotta be no arguing, it ain't gotta be no confusion. Because God ain't the author of confusion. Meanwhile, religions ain't nothing but freaking confusion. Again, I ain't saying nothing, but y'all confused with inside of the whole sector of the thing. And God ain't the author of confusion. So don't be mad at me because I don't want to be confused. So I just want to talk to God about what happened beforehand and whatever is being given. Now, also, I'm not judging nobody on being nowhere because again, whatever you need on this earth, God will give you. And if it's you to go in this direction with these folks and these people, still just know that God is God beforehand. Take what you need, leave the rest. Take what you need, leave the rest. Understand that your agreement, your connection is with God. And if these people start to try to put themselves at the beginning of it, then you should definitely have a problem. Because we don't want to have those mishaps that we done had before. Because people will say, oh, God sent this. And meanwhile, now it don't exist because y'all let the nasty people get it. Like, let's not do that. So if God is sending anything, let's not let the nasty people destroy it. Because if we saying that we for God, we should ride for God the same way y'all riding for them damn books. I will not be funded by confusion. Cause that man said, I will not allow you to think that you made me rich. God already said, I'm going to be blessed. I am blessed. I am the blessing. From then till now and after that, I'm the blessing, and that's a fact. Period. I got bars. Anyway, the I will not be funded by confusion. I will not be sustained by corruption. I don't want your money. My money already here. I am the money. I'm the money. Just know it. Period. She said bars. See, I rhyme a little sometimes. Period. It's a gift. God be giving it to me. Anyway, my wealth is clean. My increase is intentional. That's another reason why I said another reason why I said I had to take the time to be to myself because I didn't want. I mean, because y'all fail to realize, like, I know how to get a nigga. I've been 50 years on this earth. I know how to get a nigga. But this time I decided that I was gonna let God do it, right? And so normally what ends up happening is after this nigga gone, I get another one, and normally they pay like they weigh. Cause I ain't never been slow and ain't shit ever free around this bitch. Okay. And do with that information what you will, but God know me. So it ain't like I could have already been out of debt because rich niggas like me. Just so y'all know. And I like rich niggas. But this time I said, let me figure out, because clearly I'm the drama. Clearly I'm the problem. So let me figure out what I even like. Let me not even go, and bust it open for a real nigga or a fake one, because either way, they all pay. I ain't gonna do that this time. I'm gonna just chill and I'm gonna mind my business. Mind you, it's been stressful. I must tell you, because some days I can't pay for this, some days I can't pay for that, and niggas be trying to talk, and I be thinking, nope, I ain't gonna let you trap me into no bullshit. Um, she said I just got to the point I didn't want nobody in my face, and period. It was just gonna be me and God. Why? Because the next nigga that get me for real, is gonna get a real true blessing. And I was a blessing before, but this nigga about to get a real blessing. Okay? And that just can't go to just anybody. So the lady said, Why was we out here marrying and dating men, not realizing that they were an example of what we thought we were? I said, look at this bitch. She done pissed me off. But mind you, she had bars too. Because listen, when you start to think about why did I let this mother sucker play in my face? Why was I such a sucker for a love ass bitch? But mind you, this is the thing. I was young. I was young. So in my defense, in my defense, I was young when this one took my heart, right? So, I grew up. I grew up. And I'm thankful that as I grew up, God didn't take my love from me. Or I didn't let people take my love from me. Because do you know how hard it is to still be loving in the midst of ungodly, nasty ass, unloving people? They didn't even love Jesus. So why the hell would you think they was gonna love you? Mind you, I know God loved me. And the way God loved me, like I want a man to love me like God loved me. I want a man to love God like I love God, and then he can love me like God loved me. Because God ain't gonna play about me. I like that for me. Because guess what? I had to realize that I deserve it. I had to realize, like, taking a look in the mirror, like when certain people say things, like when that man said that stuff at the store, you only exist because I patronize you. If you talk to me crazy, I don't gotta patronize you. And this is what we all need to get to. It's like Coca-Cola standing up there talking about, oh, well, we're losing money, this, then, and the third. Oh, well, then treat the people nice. If you want the money, make sure we getting good ingredients. Make sure your product ain't overpriced. And we gonna pay like we weigh because you're doing what you need to do for us. But y'all keep getting above yourselves and y'all think that y'all can feed us poison and overprice us for poison. No, sir, no, ma'am. We gonna stand 10 toes down on the business that we would like to get what we paid for, and we wasn't paying for poison. We was paying for good stuff and trusting you to do the right thing. But, we see you couldn't do that. So now who's the next person up? Because you can get paid. Because people are definitely going to buy the drinks and buy the food. Be a good person. Give us good ingredients. And you can get the money. We ain't stopped buying food because we gotta eat. But if you want to do that, we'll start doing it for ourselves. Because what we're not going to do is pay you to kill us. We ain't going to do that. And if everybody starts standing on the business, they'll fix this shit because otherwise you're going to go broke. We're not paying you to harm us. Just like that shit Shein doing and everything else. Why would you be putting bad materials? And then it leads me to wonder, are y'all doing that to y'all people or are y'all just doing that to us? Because if we find out that you're just doing that to us, then everybody should have a problem with you as well. We're going to have to start making people stand on business. Like if you want to be in business, you're going to have to stand on the business. Why? Because we are worth it. That's your money. You go to work for that. They put poison on y'all kids. But mind you, this the other thing. People just don't even realize they don't even care about the kids. They don't care about the kids. So if you care about the kids, guess what we got to do? We got to start standing on business, people, because we are the people. Without us, it ain't no them. Without us, there is no them. And just because they should don't mean that they should. Or just because they can don't mean that they should. That's determining whether or not you're a good individual or a bad individual because you didn't have to do that. So I would be inclined to say that because you did it and you figured you could cut costs, even with the thing with Hershey and everybody else. Now it's great that they're figuring it out, right? But should we, just fully run back to giving them our money when you could have not did that from the gate. You could have been a stand-up individual and not decide to chemically do whatever you was doing to the people. Just because you can don't mean that you should, and just because you did, now we need to be thinking about it as a collective, as a whole. We have power in numbers, people, but if we keep letting stuff, oh, just go, they fixed it, so my wealth is clean. Because guess what? We talked about and keep talking about a wealth transfer. Make sure your wealth is clean, because just because you can don't mean you should. Just because you can don't mean you should. And there's an opportunity. So just know, if you know that opportunities, doors are opening for you, God is about to change your digits. Your monetary wealth is increasing. You've been asking, you're debt free. Know that your wealth is clean. Don't let nobody talk you into doing nothing dirty. Because just because you can don't mean you should. This is about to determine, are you a good person? Are you really a good person? Because you can cut corners and you can put, this in the people's clothing, and it's gonna save you a penny. But mind you, the people gonna pay for that anyway. So you don't have to do that. And you can stand on sustainability and clean. My increase is intentional. My increase is intentional. Shit, my increase is international. I claim it. My increase is intentional. You're doing the right thing. Mind you, your increase not even being something monetary, but your inside, your energy, your increase is intentional. You're focused on what you are doing. You're paying attention. You're just not letting people slide and give you anything. But it covers the gamut of everything. So my increase is intentional. What you put out and what you also put in. What you feed yourself and also what you give to the world. My overflow is divine. Because God opened up the windows of heaven and pour us out a blessing. Pour me out a blessing. Pour them out a blessing. You get a blessing. You get a blessing. You get a blessing. But whether or not you hold on to it is up to you. What you do with it is up to you. Whether or not you keep it is up to you. She said, and I got to remind myself, do not go around them people who kicked me while I was down, period. Amen. It's also a reminder, like, you deserve more, and a lot of us do. We deserve more than what we've been giving ourselves. Like, if you can set up and you can say what a person ain't been giving you, and it's just, I'm just not happy as I should be in this situation. Look at yourself. Look at what you think that a person is, because this is, definitely what I thought she meant about it. Like, it's our place marker to let us know where we are along our journey. Like, the people that are in our lives, or the things that are happening, the people that we allow access to us, is our place marker. Some people just be out of rhythm, out of frequency, off base, out of alignment. And it's okay until it's not. Like, the moment you realize it, that's when it's not. The moment God starts to give you, those pushes and this pushback and it's kicks and this, that, and the third, that's when it's not. She said, way off. And period. This is when we have to know. We deserve to have better people around us. We deserve, better options, better situations. We deserve to have, better locations, better amenities, better sides, better mains. We just deserve better. I walk in alignment with the Most High. Divine timing is everything. And some of these things we have to just charge it to the game, because the man said, welcome to the game. That means an introduction, right? Like, that's leaving from this place and being welcomed into something else. And I told y'all the whole entire time we've been playing the Game of Thrones. Little does anybody know, but as time goes on, people lose their footing, their foothold. The throwing rocks and hiding their hands, because remember I said this person is this person, and maybe that might have been the thing that God needed so many years to go in between it, so that they would even forget how much power or the placement of the people. Because why am I looking at stuff that is even saying Germany has black indigenous people? Which really shouldn't even, I shouldn't even be surprised. So that literally is telling me that every place has black indigenous people, because if we was here 200 to 400 years and Google literally says that, and that's their Google, and y'all got here 7,000 years ago, that means that every location has black indigenous people. Mind you, we just been beefing and arguing amongst each other, because guess what I don't like? I don't like the fact that, certain black indigenous places be negotiating with these motherfuckers way entirely too fast. Because why are you negotiating with them? Why are you not negotiating with the people that is indigenous to indigenous? But the black people is indigenous people to Germany, and come to find out, it keeps being this group of people, starts with a J. They keep putting their ass in people's seats. And I ain't talking about nobody, but for some reason it keeps being a pattern. Why? And what group of people do y'all belong to for real? Because I'm confused. Like, literally, so far, I ain't figured out what group of people that these people belong to. Because they using terms of other people. Like, that's not it. Them people are wicked by nature. For entertainment purposes only, period. But yup. 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 Them. So, knowledge, wisdom, understanding. What you know. Knowledge is what you know. This is facts, information, truth that you've learned. Comes from study, experience, and observation. How much have y'all observed? So far, since the Game of Thrones been playing itself out, since Welcome to the Game, and we can see all the chess pieces moving around, and this person arguing with this person arguing with this person. And remember yesterday, I swear, listen, I promise you that this is another one of these things that's happening, because remember at one point in time in 2022, I said, who is programming these people? And then I realized, because I'm saying shit, and then it seemed like I must have been programming the people, right? But mind you, I ain't programming the people. It was just weird. Yesterday, I said, I like when people argue, right? For all intents and purposes, I don't like the beef and I don't really like the conflict. But when we need to get down to the truth and we need to get down to it real quick, nigga, argue. Argue, please. Why? Because the argument starts to bring out, the people starts to argue, and they start to bring out, bitch, you did this and you did that. And right behind me getting off here, then all of a sudden, breaking news that is indeedly breaking. And it says, this bitch said this. Oh, did you? Now, I don't know if anybody noticed or not, but I swear everything's intentional, because these people got more money than, the law should allow right now, because everybody taking and doing whatever they doing. So if y'all haven't noticed, when that lady was up there talking, the curtain starts to go up. And I was wondering, is that significant as to the veil being lifted? Because literally, if y'all go back and look at that video, I don't know how many of y'all saw it, or y'all might have missed it, but the curtain, she's standing talking, and let me see, the way she would be facing this way. Anyway, there's a white block that's there. The curtain is going up. Well, that is either the veil being lifted or welcome to the show, bitches. Because once the curtain goes up, that means the show starts. I mean, when one thing is happening here, then it's also happening up there. And God is shaking the table, because y'all done lied and y'all done did enough. Enough is enough. Abby said, I need to look again. I think I just heard the audio. Girl, go look. Cause let me tell you, the curtain, the thing started rolling up. The curtain started rolling up. Let me see. Because I like stuff. I like when people start, telling the truth when we should already had it. So let me see. Um what the curtain represents. The curtain is, or the veil. I just said that, mind you. See what I'm saying? I already know. I just figured that, we just gonna ask anyway. The curtain or the veil is symbolic of spiritual blindness. So let me let y'all see what I say. Illusion or deception. Let's go ahead and pull the veil off of this thing. Limited understanding. Oh, this person got more information that, like, this is literally like sleeping with the enemy. Like, just imagine, because a lot of y'all be doing it anyway. We done it. Okay, so there's that. The veil. See, you said it. Period. When you be sleeping with somebody knowing they don't like you, you be sleeping with your biggest hater. Because when you evolve, you be thinking that as we grow, we growing together, because you could literally love, this person's stinking ass. Meanwhile, they despise you. So they start, poking holes in your boat or in your story or in your life as you try to ascend and, go up here. They start trying to, they'll be the weight. Instead of them trying to help, whatever hand they got holding onto your garments, and they could be climbing too, they just start to hold like this. And it's dead weight that you pulling up. So you gotta be mindful of, sleeping with the enemy, sleeping with your biggest hater. They don't like the fact that you're winning. Not seeing that if you win, they win. All they see is that you are in the limelight. They don't like that. Cause why gotta be you? Why it can't be me? I am you and you are me, stupid. We are together in this. Why do you not see that? Cause they not in it for you. If they win, guess what they was gonna do? Leave your bitch ass behind. That was their intentions. And some people are just a placeholder trying to hold you, like, so you don't get there. I told you, minions, like, some people, their hating is their job. That's all they're going to do. They are a professional hater, which means to hinder, harm, and danger, hold you back. They're going to hate on everything you do. And then call it constructive criticism. This is constructive criticism. Meanwhile, everybody outside of you is praising you for everything that you're doing, but this person only seems to ever find negativity, never praising you for anything that you do. Like, oh, you did a good job on that. And I understand constructive criticism, because it can be, babe, I know that you could do better, but I just did that. Yeah, well, you could do better. Or just even trying to help you do better. Because again, you'll be able to see it. Because, the curtain is up. God gonna show you they hating ass. They don't want you to do better. They wished you failed. Separation between you and the truth or God. Mind you, the curtain went up. That mean ain't no separation. That means you gonna see this shit just for what it is. So when the curtain comes up or is removed, it means, one, the truth is being revealed. That lady said, let them people talk. Well, sometimes, even if I done something, guess what? Because in my mind, I feel like she know bombshells is getting ready to drop on everybody, including her. But I feel like if I ain't done as much as you done, and the bombs could only, like, fuck me up just a little bit, I'm willing to take it, especially if it frees me from this bullshit. So guess what? Let the show begin, sucker. Cause I didn't do that. You see what I'm saying? So even if she know it's going, it's going to show her to be, because I done seen a few pictures. So I don't think she gonna just be unscathed. But I feel like whatever bomb she think is about to drop, it ain't really going to too much, do to her what it's going to do to anybody else. She said, now I don't believe that the pics of her was, oh no, they wasn't. That was definitely her. Either way, like I said, I feel like if I ain't done, like if I ain't done what you done, and if I can clear myself, like I ain't got them skeletons. So fuck it. I might have been even in the vicinity. But at this point, it's hurting me not to tell the truth. You see what I'm saying? And that's a thing. It could potentially hurt you not to tell the truth, even if, there's shit that could be told. But then again, it's who don't know, because the behavior already is this. It's almost like all the worst that can come out is I was a stripper and a hoe. Bitch, I'll take it over, a pedo any day. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because guess what? Y'all already knew she was a stripper and a hoe. Like, I'm gonna take my shit, but I ain't gonna take nobody else's shit. I'll tell you that. And quite frankly, hoeing been the oldest profession, and they went back to biblical times. So God know, like if God know, I don't give a care what you know. God know I didn't do that though. She said, I think that's exactly what it is. I think that's exactly what it is. I was at events, but I didn't do what they did. You see what I'm saying? So as of now, it looks bad. It looks worser. It looks worser on me to continue to keep trying to cover up the truth for you. So at this fucking time, just the hell with it. And like I said, quite frankly, that ain't they didn't even like God already know that. And if God know it, then why should I care that y'all know it? That's like, it's almost like the people will judge. Mind you, your mama was a hoe. How you think you got here? You think your mama didn't, bend over or anything else, for your daddy? Because that's how you got here. And your mama was a hoe to somebody. She could potentially be being hoeing again to somebody. So just so you know, nigga, you a hoe. Like, you know what I'm saying? So at this point, I don't think that's the crime. I think, the other stuff, like, let the show begin. Either way, truth is revealed. You start seeing things as they really are, not how they were presented. Please and thank you. People, situations, even beliefs can look completely different. It's like things being shown and then people be mad at you because you can see that they told a lie. Or you saying that, like the fact of her, even if that's the case, and they start saying whatever. Yeah, I did that. Like when you take this thing from a person, I told you one of my baby daddies, we get along, but at one point in time he was on his high horse and he decided to call me a hoe because he said, I got another baby daddy, right? Multiple baby daddies. Bitch, your mom got 96,000 kids and multiple baby daddies. And when I said that, then he was mad. But the thing is the very thing that you use to try to hurt me is the very thing that you exist from, bitch. Suck you motherfucker. So, sometimes it just be that. It be as simple as taking that burn and that sting from it because niggas love to use name call. I told you, somebody called me a bitch one day. And at the point in time, guess what? I was actually actively, physically being a bitch. I wasn't even mad. But it was supposed to hurt because the way they said it, you're such a bitch. I said yes. And it takes one to know one. Guess what happened? Now he mad and want to hit, or scream closer because I can accept my bitchness. Can you accept your bitch assness? Like, sometimes it's just as simple as taking the sting and the burn because people like to, point, throw rocks, high hands, say stuff. And then when you take accountability for it, because technically at the time I was being a bitch. I know I was being a bitch. But you was trying to play in my face. So I felt like I was going to match your bitch ass energy. So now who's mad? You. And I was quite fine and, walking off and doing my bitch ass behavior. Niggas like to do that. Or, other people like to do that. But I ain't never called no man a bitch. I promise you. Look at God. Ain't that some facts for your ass? Truth is revealed. Your awareness increases. You move from surface level thinking into deeper discernment. Like, can't nobody trick you at this point. I can't gaslight you. I can't, ignite the fire because, bitch, I got the gasoline. What you want to do? If we going to be talking about exposure, let's expose everything and everybody. Because, I'm okay with what I did. God already know it. It's like what I told y'all about the other thing. Like, can't nobody ever say, oh, she did this. No, I didn't do that. Now, I don't have to tell you nothing that I did, but in case, anybody was ever, inquiring, this is it. And God already knew. So who you think you are? Okay, thank you. You move from surface level thinking to deeper discernment. You don't just hear, you perceive. I heard what you said, and I'm picking it up quicker. Like, I ain't gonna walk away and think about it. No, I'm gonna check your ass right here, right now. We just gonna do what we're gonna deal with, and it's gonna be what's gonna be, and it's gonna go how it's gonna go. Like, I really am who I think I am. The nigga said, "Who you think you are? Who allowed you to be here? Me, your mama, God." Like, I got a couple different people, but what you thought you was about to do, go play with somebody else, cause I ain't it. Okay, thank you. You can tell what's real versus what's fake. Most of these people, um, most of their information. What's for you versus what's a distraction. Because we picking that up faster too. And also having discernment because, Abby, you already know that what I say. Got to be the same bitch. Got to be the same hating ass MFer. The energy is the same. Behavior is the same. Thought patterns the same. Words the same. Same, and fucking same. Attention seeking. That's the biggest thing. Like with the age of the internet and everything else, attention seeking is a hell of a drug. Because people just don't know how to get the fuck on no more. Like, it's literally like, look at me, look at me. I need attention. Please talk to me because my mama don't love me and I ain't got no hugs. And you're the only person that's going to even acknowledge me. So look at me, look at me. Like, I don't want to look at you. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to play with you. I don't even want you over here. So please just go. But attention seeking is a hell of a drug. What's for you versus what's a distraction, what's a line versus what's a trap. Remember I said, nigga said this. And mind you, wasn't even bad. The person being a bad person, it's just that once the right thing is on the way, so is the wrong thing. Once God sends you, drops a bag on you, somebody else want to drop a bag on you too, but it's coming with strings. It's coming with attachments. It's coming with bullshit. Have some discernment because you may need it. Right here, right now. I was over here saying fuck them out this universe high. I mean, that's the thing. And mind you, it's another thing like contracts and things of that nature. Because remember, I said my marriage is going to be contract, right? And so whether or not, and why it keep being a thing about NDAs. Mind you, if you with a person in this NDAs, bitch, you sign an NDAs too. Don't think that you're gonna give me an NDA and I ain't gonna give you one. Like the same shit that I get is the same shit you get. Because the same way you don't want nobody knowing something, neither do I. Don't think that you are more important, that you ain't getting none either. Don't mention my name. Period. Okay? Because I don't want you trying to taint nothing because niggas will be out here lying. All ungodliness. Straight talk, no chaser, hey. Like, same. So just know that whatever you put in your NDA, same. Contract. Marriage. Nigga, this the contract. 32 days. I kid y'all not. First 32 days. This is what we're going to spend together. And then after that, we can go in and say that it's going to be a little bit longer, 3 months, 6 months, 9 months. But what I ain't going to do is let you tie me to some bullshit and then you ain't happy here. I ain't happy here. And, But I'm gonna do what I'm supposed to do because what I just tell you. I thank God that God didn't allow nobody to disrupt my heart, my happiness, my love. I thank God that I didn't let nobody interrupt that. I thank God that I knew that love is my superpower. Because a nigga told me once upon a time, excuse me, I feel bad for you because you're a lover of love. Fucking right. I'm a lover of love. Look at God. And somebody tried to demean me with that. Like these people out here be real life fuck niggas and bitches. I promise you. Excuse the language. But somebody literally tried to downgrade me because I'm a lover of love. Yes. From then till now and after that, I'm gonna be a loving. All up in it. You said up in it, period. She said facts, there will be balance. Ty, I've decided when I do remarry, I'm not doing it through our system. Me, girl, me either. Contract, paperwork. Call the attorneys because today, okay, we can be married today by 6:30. Okay? Just know that it ain't going through their system though. Cause once we break it, bitch, it's a wrap. It's over 32 days. Okay, so we can be married by the night. What you want? And that's facts. Thought I would tell you while we was on this top. Girl, you already know I've been saying that. So I'm here for you. Welcome to the program, sister. You said welcome to the game. Welcome to the game, friend. Cause listen, and we ain't gotta live in the same house if you don't want to either. Or we could go get a house together. Or we can wait after the 32 days decide. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it is, it's gonna be written on the dotted line. You sign, I sign, here we go. Cause I ain't letting these people don't even know what to do with this. The girl said yesterday, it was one of the funniest things. She said that how do this system, America, want to be so judgmental about credit and this, that, and the third. You want to check my credit to determine whether or not I can get something. Meanwhile, y'all ass bankrupt. Like it's always a system of them wanting you to do something that they can't even do. They will want to check us who we are, but they don't want to be checked as to who they are. Oh, y'all got to run DNA. Mind you, we'll do the DNA shit come out, flying colors. Meanwhile, they don't want to be tested for DNA because they don't want us to know where they came from. They don't want us to know that they came from the Caucasus Mountains, the real ones. Ooh, the debt clock is telling. Period. Period. Um, Once you see clearly, you can't go back to ignorance, and we ain't gonna do it. We know this system is ignorant because technically, I ain't trying to take nothing from nobody, and I don't want nobody trying to take nothing from me. Point blank. Period. And this system is take, 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 take. I don't need nobody judging me. I don't want to be judged, and I don't want nobody judging me. God gonna do that. I'm okay. Cause mind you, even when I be doing stuff, I be knowing God be watching. I got a very good healthy fear of God. That's why I don't do the stuff that y'all be doing. Mind you, these people know God be watching. They still be doing God knows what. It's the weirdest thing. Anyway, so with revelation comes responsibility. With awareness comes responsibility. So what this means for you. So in Exodus, a veil separated people from God's presence. Mind you, I told you the veil done went up. The lady done pulled the curtain up. She said, "Oh, I'm going to shed some light on this shit." In Second Corinthians, it says the veil is lifted so people can truly see the truth. Like, and mind you, that's got to be when you standing on 10 toes, when you standing on business, when you decide to say, like, I know I did some bullshit. I have done some bullshit in life, but I know I ain't done that. And so at this point, let's just expose everything. Because y'all not going to keep holding me hostage and making me feel like I got to feel bad to keep trying to cover up somebody else's secrets. I ain't doing that. So let's just, pull the covers up on everything. Mind you, it's so funny because I remember even saying that. The covers being lifted up off of everything. Period. This would happen. So what this means for you spiritually, you're entering a season of truth and clarity. Things that once confused you will start making sense. You may outgrow people, habits, and mindsets, because if you want to live in that, it's like what I said. I don't want to discuss. I don't want to have biblical or religional arguments. I don't want to do that. Why? Because if we talking about God being God, and you know that God is God before these people, before these books, before these situations, and you not acting accordingly, I don't want to talk to you, because that means you living for the book and for whatever that is, and not for God. Because God existed before anything and everything. We don't even know the half of the truth. We may be at this much of it when it's this much to be told. And I don't want to be reactive to whatever is happening, because we don't know the full truth. I need to wait until everything. I told you I would make an excellent lawyer, because I need to know all the tea, all the business. Let me know. Things that once confused you will start making sense. Like I said about Cain and Abel this morning, that made sense. Listening to Melchizedek made sense, but why would they take that from there? It made sense as to why his offering wasn't given, because he is the original line of priest. You're supposed to do it this way. You don't get to do it the way you want to. It was already ordained. The covenant is the covenant. And Cain came trying to do some stuff that ain't nobody told him to do. He was out of order, out of line. But why wouldn't they have put that in there? They just left it up to. And I feel like at this point, like, the Catholic Church definitely need to be dealt with. Like, God need to get them in a way, because they manipulated intentionally. The Vatican, everybody. Their intentions were because there's no other way. Their intentions were to manipulate. Ain't nothing else they can say. Like, they can't even stand in front of you. They try to pull a chili on you and say, my hand slipped. Nah, nigga. You intentionally deceived because you wanted power. And that's where a lot of people end up in trouble, because of the power. It's out of covenant. It's not giving the word, or not giving the information the way that you were supposed to. It's now you trying to be in control. And so, God, get them for real, and we want our books back, please and thank you, all of them, in my lifetime. Like, right now, while I'm here. Like, I don't want to have to wait until the next cycle or circle. I want them now, today. Okay. So if the power of life and death exists in the tongue, and it was just me asking, I'm asking. Mind you, I've been asking for a while, since I sat down here. Anybody that watches my channel, I've been asking for our books back, in case y'all don't know. So, know what you want. I want the information back, because I don't want to leave here and be out of covenant because somebody decided that, oh, you're going to get what I give you. No, I want what God gave me. I don't want what you gave me. You don't hold no weight here. So if God gave it for me to know it, to understand it, to receive it, I want it right now. Bring it. Mind you, for everybody in the process, as above, so below. And anybody that's been watching my channel will also tell you that I said, when we asked for all the things back, we knew it was going to be bullshit too. So anything that I did, that's why I was willing to handle it. That's why I said, I know that, certain things it was my own fault. But in order for you to get through the truth, you got to get through the whole and truth, nothing, entire truth, nothing but the truth. So even the bullshit that I may have done from, this lifetime, last lifetime, I was willing to accept it and deal with it at this moment in time. So I understand why I had to wait 5 years to, intertwine or intertangle, and I didn't want to add that to nobody else's shit. The words are there. I said it. I got 9,000 videos that will tell you that I literally said I knew that it was going to be some bullshit. And now's the time when I was able to take it. And I wasn't going to add this person, this person. I had to figure out who I am. And wasn't no point in me adding nobody else to that, because now I'm going to be dealing with your shit along with my shit. And sometimes you just need to learn to sit your ass down. But people will be out here playing in your face because they bored, knowing they ain't fully whole in their own entire body, trying to figure out something. playing from this place to this place to this place to this place, manipulating and everything else. Hi, Kevin. Thank you for being here. So, what this means for you, you're entering into a season of clarity and truth. Things that once confused you will start making sense. You may outgrow people, habits, and mindsets. You'll start moving more intentional and more strategic. You start dealing with your own shit because I can handle it. And I cried. I ain't gonna lie. I cried. But it's part of life. Libations, getting it out, giving it to God. God, whatever it is, I'll let you, I'll let you use me. Whatever is not like you, I ask that you remove it. I don't want to be a hateful asshole because somebody laughed at me for being loving. I don't want to be mean and nasty to the world. I don't want to be walking out of alignment or, in all the wrong ways. So, God, please order my footsteps. Show me where I need to go, what I need to do, who I need to be dealing with. Whatever doors need to be closed, please close them. Whatever doors need to be open, please open them. And I'm going to walk through and I'm going to do the things that I need to do that I'm supposed to do in covenant the right way. Please and thank you. So, real talk. When the curtain comes up, it can feel uncomfortable. You may feel isolated because 5 years by yourself. Some people been doing it longer than me. Some people been doing it less time than me. But sometimes it is just you by yourself. But the great thing about me is I'm the only girl. So I grew up being, by myself in my room, listening to Power 99 FM, The Quiet Storm, things of that nature. So being by myself didn't hinder me, didn't hurt. Plus, I was in good company. I wanted to do better. I always aim to do better. I pray that God allows me to do better. And again, I did some stuff in life. So I don't want nobody to think that, but God already knew. She said ours was Power 92. And I listened to Power 99 FM, The Quiet Storm, and I can't remember the man's name that did the horoscopes. He was like Pisces, little bit of fishies, last but not leasties. And because I was always the end, because Pisces, so I was always the end. But listening to the horoscope and all that stuff growing up, like, and the Quiet Storm, like, that's all I did: sit in my room and listen to music. So it wasn't hard for me to be by myself, sit in my room and talk to God. It's not hard for me to be by myself. So but you could potentially feel uncomfortable about the people that are not used to being by themselves, or the people that didn't have the opportunity to be by themselves, because some people may have grown up with a lot of brothers and sisters, and rooms may have been crowded and they wish to be by themselves. So that's another thing. Like, everybody has their own journey, their own pathway, their own everything, and God already been preparing you. So anything and everything that we have been going through, we have already been prepared for. Everything. And so even when we go through, the tragic, events, and we're saying, because one day, I ain't gonna lie, I was crying, and the first thing I said, God, what did I do? Like, because I didn't think I did anything that should have amounted to, the stuff. But mind you, God, one, showing me the things that I needed to do, or that I was going to be able to do later on. That's a part of your test, is your testimony. But also, when I asked, I said, I'm able to take it right now. Could have been some karma, some past life stuff. And, I didn't put somebody through there. Take me through there, take me through there. Where we going, twin? Like, you know what I'm saying? Because I done told you, people do stuff. And, growing up, I could have been a little wrathful, a little vengeful, because people have said, you take it too far. Again, what's too far? I don't know. But the thing is, whatever it was, I was willing to take it. I'm built for it. And even in the process, I was being built for it. Because, when I was crying, I wasn't feeling like I was built for it. God, this is enough. Please and thank you. Whatever it is, I'm sorry. Forgive me, please. When the curtain comes up, it can feel uncomfortable. You might feel isolated at first. Not everyone around you will see what you see. Not everyone around you will see what you see. You could potentially be getting called crazy. You could potentially look crazy, just so you know. But you're gonna have to stand 10 toes down on that business because you know that you told God that you would be open and God could use you. And there's people who, again, will be upset because, why them and why not me? But meanwhile, they didn't ask. And on top of that, when God tried to use them, they ran, or they wasn't able to go through it, or they worried about people judging them. Because I can tell you right now, to this day, it's some people that still think I'm very, very weird. And maybe some people that say I'm never going near her because, this, that, and the third. Mind you, people done told me that, people done said that about me. Something's wrong with her. I done had people say that, oh, she's possessed. I done heard people say that ain't God, as if they can hear God better. I'm still going to do it. I'm still going to go through whatever it is I got to go through. I'm still going to be open to hearing the truth, seeing the truth being revealed through me, if that's what it is also. And God, I'll deal with it. I'll do it. Mind you, in the process of the fact that it's stuff that maybe I might not even wanted to go through, but I know I could go through it better than somebody else. So here we are. But it's a part of your awakening. Not everyone is in the same place. And that's the thing. Your journey's your journey. My journey's my journey. She said they better keep their mouth off you, girl, and period. I done already told them. I done told people before, don't mention my name, because every time you mention my name, God gonna hear you. But people be saying stuff, they talked about Jesus. So here we are. Um, so the veil is lifted, and I see clearly. I am no longer moving by illusion or confusion. I walk in truth, discernment, and divine clarity. And period, point blank. So that was just the gist on the lady speaking and the curtain coming up. But if you go look at it, if you didn't see it, the curtain actually came up. What's the numbers on and okay. So also it's a code in the system, right? So we're gonna go right back up here to okay, that's okay, period. Um all right, let's see what this says. So we got different sets of numbers depending upon whatever it is, because it was saying sun, moon, stars. But I think it was the difference in the 1, 2, 3 is what it was. Hi Claudette, welcome. Thank you for being here. And all right. And see, this is also another thing. So we have to know exactly. So it's a code. I'm gonna give you the code, but I'm gonna give you two different codes because this is the way they have it set up. So I'm gonna go back up here because we was talking about knowledge, wisdom, and understanding before I got to the lady in the veil coming up. Because literally, when I seen that, it was basically like, is she trying to say something without saying something? Because I definitely sure the window went up. The window, the curtain went up. I definitely saw that. All right. So knowledge is what you know. Facts, confirmation, truth that you've learned comes from study, experience, observation. You know that not all money is good money, right? In Proverbs, knowledge is often described as the foundation, something that you must get first. You must gain knowledge, understanding why it matters and how it works. The ability to comprehend and interpret the knowledge. It's like what I said. Israel is a people. And somebody would come along and say, no, Israel is a place. Well, Israel is definitely a people because it's tied to Jacob. And Book of Jubilees, as I was listening, that's how I found out that Israel is a people. It's tied to Jacob. But somebody removing information, you wouldn't know that. You would just think that Israel is a place. But Israel is a people. The same way I just said that listening to another text lets me know that Yeshua is a location. It's a mountain. And remember, I told you God was on the mountain. Mind you, I don't know why God is giving me this yet, and I ain't got the whole entire message yet. But literally, Yeshua is a mountain. It's a place. And so I ain't gonna debate it with nobody. I just know that I heard it. I know what I know. We'll figure out why later. Okay. Wisdom. Oh, so understanding. Understanding is why it matters, how it works, the ability to comprehend and interpret knowledge. You see the deeper meaning, the consequences, the patterns. The example. You understand why certain money is bad because it can come with stress, spiritual compromise, or misalignment. And we don't need that because we have to remember who's narrating and what is their benefit. So at this point in time, my benefit is I want to know the truth. I don't want to sway nobody in no type of way. Abby said it's good to know that. Yeah, I don't want to sway nobody in no type of way, and I don't want to be swayed in no type of way. That's why when people coming over here and they start talking about this, that, and the third, other places, I don't want to be swayed. I want to know. And so if I'm being, if I'm to understand it, I have to understand it in the way that God gives it to me, not the way that somebody wants to speed me up, not the way nobody wants to slow me down, not the way nobody wants me to sidestep. And right now, I feel like the pathway that I'm on is the one that God wants me to be on. So, wisdom, um, what you do with it, the ability to apply knowledge and understanding correctly shows up in your decisions, your timing, and your restraint. Just like I said, just because you can do something don't mean you should. Just because you can treat a person nasty don't mean you should. Just because you can steal, kill, lie, destroy don't mean you should. Just because you can manipulate don't mean that you should. In the bad way, because manipulation is all around us. So what you do with it, the ability to apply the knowledge and the understanding correctly shows up in your decisions and your time and your restraint. So what you walk away from money that isn't aligned, even if it looks good. Remember, I told you somebody said, if you let me do this, then, and I said no. No matter how much, I gotta go fund me. So clearly I need the money. Somebody outside looking at that would say, okay, well, let me see if I can offer her this. So the person said, I'll pay you for this. And I said, no, I got to do the right thing. And so, and not saying nothing about the person, but to me, it's tied to a person being somewhere around. No, God is not going to do it like that. And I know God not going to do it like that. Why? Because that ain't my husband. And my husband's somewhere around here. You see what I'm saying? That, but I know that one ain't my husband. And so, why would I put another person in position to be in my energy or me be in their energy? That ain't my husband. So it was clearly a no to me. And the person saying, whatever they saying, and again, not has nothing to do with the person other than that was nothing but a test. Because again, I know the nigga would take care of what I need, but no, thank you. I want it the right way. So, knowledge is information, understanding is insight, and wisdom is action. So, why all three matter? A lot of people have knowledge but no understanding. They keep repeating cycles. Mind you, and I told you that it's like a cycle, being able to see the loops that you get caught in. So, it could be same energy, different face, different faces, same energy, different people, but recognizing, and once upon a time not long ago, I ended up seeing that I was stuck in a loop with certain people, and I decided that it was three people. Why did me and these three people keep going back? And it would be years in between, oh, it's a friendship, oh, it's a connection, oh, it's a this. I wanted off the merry-go-round. So I literally actively had to write down what the loop was with the people. Why is it? And then I started tracing the patterns. Like this person and is this person's this person's this. And then I started telling the people, we're on a loop. And I'm not going to be friends with you no more. I'm not going to be, connected to you no more. If it don't work out this time, we're done. But mind you, the thing about people, they will recognize the loop and still want you on it with them, still try to hold you to it. Because one of the people was like, well, I'll still do this. No, you won't. If it don't work this time, we are through. From this lifetime and any other lifetime, I am done with you. And not that we have to be at war, but if I see you in another lifetime, if God get me to have to come around here, then we're at war, because I'm never intertwining my energy with you ever again. I'ma just know to kill you. End of story. That's it. That's all. Why? Because the person tried to kill me multiple times. They done killed me in one lifetime. I literally told them that when they met me. This lifetime, nigga tried it again. And so it ain't gonna be no more lifetimes. But if it is, bitch, you're through. On sight. So I pray that this is the last lifetime I gotta do this. But if I gotta go into another one, I'm gonna kill him. Period. End of story. And deal with the consequences. Because that's what I ain't done yet. I done got killed. I done almost been killed. And on the next one, it ain't no avoiding nothing. Chop his ass down. You're done. That way I ain't gotta worry about you no more. So, apparently talk to God about it. I already talked to God about it. So God already know. I need to make sure that at this point, I got to protect me and my spiritual, whatever that is. They said I was flagged for violent and criminal behavior, repeated violations. Mind you, I'm talking about something in another lifetime, but either way, bitch, I said what I said. Shit. Um, First of all, this is a spiritual thing that we're talking about. So TikTok, you can kiss my ass. I don't know what's wrong with you. I said what I said, and I ain't taking it back. God know I said it. So there's that. Anyway, um, scriptural alignment, Proverbs 4:7. Wisdom is the principal thing, therefore get wisdom, and with all thy getting, get understanding. So affirmations, don't just seek knowledge, I walk in understanding. I don't just understand, I apply wisdom. My decisions are alignment intentionally and guided. What they gonna do now? Intentionally and guided by the truth. I move differently because I see differently. Something happened over there. So it goes into I was asking about the numbers, right? And this is the funniest thing, because certain things can also mean the same, because there was a code, remember? And I said, go down here. So the numbers spiritually, and this is the thing, so as it crosses over, it could be from this or it could be from that, right? So knowledge equals a 7, but mind you, it's going to be another number in another to another person. So knowledge equals 7 represents completion, foundation, and divine order. Knowledge is the starting point, what you gather and learn, right? In Proverbs, knowledge is tied to the fear of the Lord, the beginning. So think, thank you, Abby, because that'll actually help me, because I don't know what they doing. But anyway, it says think you can't build without a foundation. So you have to have a foundation. So 7 represents completion, foundation, and divine order. Understanding is an 8. It represents new beginnings, revelation, and breakthrough. Understanding takes knowledge and opens your eyes. So it says you go from knowing to seeing clearly. All right, love you. See you later. All right, so number 9, it says represents completion, manifestation, and divine fruit. Wisdom is the highest level. Wisdom is the highest level. Applying what you know and understanding. So this is where the results show up. So the code that it has is 7, 8, 9, but I guess it's going backwards. So 7 being knowledge you learn, 8 understanding you perceive, 9 being wisdom you apply and manifest. So this is the evolution. This is the, I don't know. Not one makes it, not everyone makes it to 9. I think it's supposed to say this is the evolution, but it did something else. And then let's see, that is, So that number actually is breaks down into something. It's your mindset. If your mindset is aligned with God and truth, and you move with intention, you build, and you will process the results. So born, then it says creation, power, manifestation. Um, uh, all right, so go down here. That's a lot of numbers over here. So it's a 6. And what is 6? 6 is wisdom builds culture, or applied knowledge shapes your reality. So 6 is, because it breaks down into 24 and then that turns into 6. 6 is equality. So it represents balance, fairness, justice, things being brought into proper alignment. So what equality really represents in this system is everything is weighed and measured correctly. Truth is made equal across the board. um Hey Josh, love you. Thank you for being here. There's no confusion, no imbalance. So that's what it is. No confusion, no imbalance. In real life, it says right moves bring peace, not chaos. Real opportunities feel aligned, not forced. Truth, success doesn't cost you your integrity. So 6 energy is everything sits right. Everything I build is rooted in truth and produces balance. My life reflects order, alignment, and divine equality. All right, so then I also did the same exact thing, because when it did the thing for Muslims, and it said one of them I know, knowledge, wisdom, understanding. Knowledge was one, I think. And so I asked that, and let me see if it goes back up here. Because again, the code could be different, because based off of who you're talking to or what it is, it's something different. And so it says that I said they teach numbers, and knowledge is 1, wisdom is 2, 3 is understanding. So that would give it something different, but it's still a 6. That's the thing. Because 3 plus 2 plus 1 is 6. So it's still a 6, no matter. Ain't that funny? How you can either go the long way, the way that it was there. Hi, Aaron. Welcome. Thank you for being here. So you can go the long way into a number by, I think that's those numbers are universal code, I think. Um what is the numbers? What are the numbers universally? Just so I can make it so I know. But hold on, let me finish this first. Knowledge equals 1, the foundation, awareness, information, and knowing. Wisdom, and mind you, now that's also relating to, there's more than one way to do a thing and still come out with the same results. Because you see how I did it by excuse me, by using the numbers. What are the numbers, whatever it is, but then this is supreme mathematics, 5 percenters that use this, and it still equals the same exact thing, but they went the opposite direction. So it is 2 equals wisdom, you express or apply it. 3 is understanding, you gain clarity and deeper meaning. It is understanding, the product of knowledge and wisdom. So knowledge, you hear it. 2, wisdom, you start speaking it and start thinking differently. And 3, you actively live in it and turn down bad opportunities. So again, remember, not all money is good money. Um, Not all money is good money. You can both be spiritual and strategic, because it's important in this season, in this moment, in this time. Opportunities opening up, things that are, being given to you, things that are being presented to you. And you have to have discernment in, what opportunities that you're going to be willing or wanting to take. So it says important context here comes from cultural spiritual philosophy. So they wanted you to make sure that you knew that, but it still equals the same exact thing. Hold on, what are the numbers? I forgot. I don't know why. Because that is eluding my brain now. It's numerical something, or let's see. I'm gonna go back up to that in a minute. No, regular. Everybody, thank you for being here. All right, so you got me. The number system, no. It's whatever the numbers are. Like when numerical something, I don't know. I'll think about it because right now I don't even know what the prompted to say to even get it to. Um, no. All right, so either way, it equals 6. And so let me go back up here to this so that way we can finish this. So knowledge, wisdom, and understanding are important, but they are not assigned specific numbers like this. So 5%ers use number symbolism. Scripture focuses on spiritual principles, not numeric codes. But anyway, so that one is different. So it's 1, 2, 3, and then the other one was 7, 8, 9. They still equal the same exact thing. They turn into a 6. And the 6, okay, let me go over here because then that way I can see. It'll probably give me something different over here. Thank you for being here, everybody. Dun, 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 dun. So, numerology. That's what it is. So in numerology, the awesome Davis Carter. Hi, welcome. Thank you for being here. So numerology, the number 6 symbolizes love, harmony, responsibility, and nurturing, emphasizing care for family relationships and community. So numerology and spiritual significance, and numerology 6 is known as mother. Number represents unconditional love, compassion, and the ability to support and heal others. It embodies empathy, protection, and devotion, often appearing in emotional and romantic contexts where care and understanding are central. So it's numerology, and 6 encourages balance and harmony, acting as a bridge between material and spiritual realms, and urging individuals to cultivate nurturing relationships and a peaceful home environment. So it is wisdom of the spirit, right? All right, so I'm gonna take this, and because that's also something, ringing bells. So I'm gonna take this right here and put this over here, because it's funny that um the same number comes up for both. All right, so um being 6 comes up for both, which is also, like I said, there's more than one way to do a thing. The same number being 6 comes up for both. Um, it is the numerology and the. All right, I'm gonna put this here, and then I'm gonna say, because it technically means something. Um, because to me it makes me feel like I don't know, what Terrence Howard comes to mind, like figuring out how to do the same thing differently but actually also even better sometimes, like, not to say, because it equals the same thing, so it's the same exact thing. So why 6 keeps meaning, it is 6 is about balance, harmony, and things being set right, which would also amount to what is happening right now at this moment in time. So that would be important. Try. Okay. No, thank you. Let's put this over here. All right, hold on, yo. I'm trying to figure out, push this back, but okay, there it is. All right, so Love, responsibility, nurturing mother energy, harmony, and relationships. Focus equals balance plus care. So it's equality, justice, balance, proper alignment, order, truth, being made equal. It says the connection, love requires balance, justice requires fairness, and peace requires alignment. So that's the connection to all things. So both systems are circling the same core idea. Things bring being in the right place in the right way. So it has to be in the right place in the right way. Um, also, um, why this happens, the numbers itself has built-in spiritual power, because remember I said what happens here is also happening up here. So what happens in this human realm is also happening in the spiritual realm. So whatever is taking place, being though balance, harmony, stability, and we can't tell God how to do a thing. It's just going to, do it the way it needs to be done, and we have to accept the truth if that's what we're wanting. All right. And that's what I want. So I'm gonna just say that. I don't know what y'all want. Y'all may want to still live in the illusion or the lie. I don't. Um, so the number itself has built-in spiritual power, or that both systems are divinely linked. I'm gonna say divinely linked because we're talking about divine timing here. It means humans naturally associate balance, harmony, stability, and care. And six ends up being representing the idea of multiple systems. So this system can say the same thing as this system, just in a different way. Don't make this one right, or this one right, or this one wrong, or this one wrong, because they're saying the same exact thing. God is the beginning. All money ain't good money. All right. All money ain't good money, and you can be both spiritual and strategic at the same time. You don't have to jump on the first thing, the second thing, the thing that is not aligned with your core system or values. Mind you, the fact that it's there is talking about opportunities being presented to you. So making sure that they align with who you are as a person, spiritually, mentally, physically. Um, it also says what this can mean for you. Instead of getting caught up in the number itself, focus on the principle. So, the principle of a thing. What is it tied to? What is it bringing? Is this connection a good connection? Is this aligned with where you're spiritually trying to go, or you're emotionally or mentally trying to go? So it could be relationships, it could be, systems, circumstances, your next opportunities, as far as, monetary, something monetary, because it's talking about all money ain't good money. So being mindful of, what you are being presented with. So it also says, it brings your life back into balance. Check your relationships and your boundaries. Make sure you have boundaries. Make sure you know what you want, because that's important. If you know what you want and you can stand on your boundaries, your morals, your principles, nobody can't push you back or sway you from that. That's important. So make sure what you're building is aligned. Make sure what you're building is aligned, not chaotic, because that's important as well. Who wants to live in chaos? Like, we can manifest in chaos because we know what to do, but I mean, God is love. It's peaceful. It could be chaotic, but we don't want that. We still gonna live regardless. Okay. So don't chase. Apply the principle: balance, alignment, integrity, and peace. That's the real message. No matter what system you look at, the message is balance, alignment, integrity, and peace. God was God before anybody and everything showed up. And if you're not doing the work and covenant with God, then I don't know what to tell you. So affirmation here: my life is alignment, and balance. Everything connected to me flows in peace, truth, and order. And so with that being said, that's the message. Hopefully it helped. Thank you guys for being here. If you wish to help my channel, like, comment, share, and subscribe. That's the biggest way you can help it. If you want to do a monetarily way, the links are in the bio. Um, Always go with God, beginning, middle, and end. And I love y'all, and y'all all have the day y'all deserve.